Hello, Benites, and welcome to the show. On tonight's show, I'm going to talk about what the hell am I going to talk about? You can't predict what I'm going to talk about here. I don't even know. So we just watched a movie on Netflix, and it was great. Holly, what do you think? Look at the size of my freaking head. You know, I would have a full head of hair if I had a normal size head. I skipped the rest of the countdown. I don't know where I am. Let me see if I can get my camera up here. Piece of shit. Oh, there I am. My cold's a little better. I skipped the countdown, the rest of it. What is this new customize? What's it allowed to do? I don't see anything. That's no. I don't know. Hello, J-Lo. I am getting over this cold. I all of a sudden in the past 2 hours feel like I'm turning a corner. Hi, Josh. Josh says hi. Nigel and Holly and pets. Jennifer says good evening. I'm having it's getting better by this time tomorrow. Tomorrow night I'm going to read Jennifer's book here. Um, I said I'd do it either tonight or tomorrow. Hi, Robin. Hi, Adam. But I don't want to do it with my nose all stuffy, and plus my eyes are kind of blurry because you know what it feels like? It feels like real bad allergies. Do you have that, huh? Right now, you feel like it's allergies because my eyes are puffy and my nose is stuffy.
I have a sore throat and my nose has been plugged all day, but that's normal for my allergies. So
Maybe I got you sick.
I forgive you if you did.
Well, if you were tougher, you'd be able to get past it. Why's my camera flipped too? Hang on. Now I'm going to start sneezing.
Bless you.
Can you guys read this like it's not backwards? You won't be home tomorrow night. Where are you going to be? Did you ask me about it? How dare you? You've got a phone. Take me with you. I didn't sneeze somehow. I felt as if I had to sneeze.
Why didn't you sneeze?
It's probably a tumor. I'll have to turn on a light now here. London, 1847. One dark night, a young ruined girl crosses paths with Charles Dickens, the most famous writer of the age. In his desire to help change her life, he seeks to know her painful secrets. Little does he realize this quest will resurrect dark secrets of his own. Explore a historical fiction telling of Urania Cottage, a home for fallen women, designed by Charles Dickens and opened in 1847. Venture with him through dark London streets to places few dare to tread. have a drink in a gin palace, and hear his conversation with a girl whose life he hopes to change. Will she accept? The answer and more await you. Hello, John and Patty. Well, happy almost birthday. This book, Dickens and the Horror, is written by Jennifer M. Emerson. She's a friend of Adam and Jennifer Loshuto Fitch. And this is her introduction. In the beginning, my book release was not without flaws. At first, I felt ashamed and embarrassed due to the imperfections in the publication. However, I have gained valuable knowledge and honed my skills from this experience, resulting in a revised and refined edition of my work. My goal is to inspire fellow writers facing similar obstacles to persist and push forward. It is important to remember that our experiences can lead to growth and learning, and I am proud to have overcome the initial challenges to produce a better version of my book. Jennifer, March 2024. Author's note. Though inspired by the story of Urania College, an actual London home for fallen women conceived by Charles Dickens and opened in 1847, this novel is a work of fiction. And though many of the characters were real people, I've taken liberties with them, which I hope will be pardoned by both the Academy and the hereafter. My intent was not to give a dramatized account of the early days of this unique social experiment through the eyes of a girl who lived it, and delve into inner workings of the man who felt it possible to offer such women an innovative second chance. Man, he was really ahead of his time, wasn't he? If, after turning the last page, my readers feel they know Charles Dickens and the girls of Urania Cottage in a fuller and more compelling fashion, I will consider my duty done. Jennifer M. Emerson, December 2013. So this is a work that has been going on for quite some time. 29 chapters. Prologue. I'm not going to read it tonight because number one, my eyes are puffy from this thing and blurry. But number two, I want to do it tomorrow night so Jennifer can be here. And Adam and J-Lo, you'll be able to watch in the, it'll be up on YouTube. Westminster Abbey, London, 13 June, 1870. Other than the clacking of many shoes on cool aged stone, the only sound was weeping. Some wept openly, others attempted to stifle their dramatic outburst in their handkerchiefs, aprons, or even in their hands. But I cared not about them or what they felt. It seemed a sea of people of all stations, gentlemen in suits of black with their ladies in their bustle grounds. Hoops were on the out, giving rise to a new, more sleek fashion, clutching their escorts' arms as if they might faint. Today I have put the rules of fashion aside. I have not come in black. He would not have wanted that. The color of my gown is particular. My last, nay, my only gift to him. That sounds cool. So I shall read this tomorrow night. John, we did go to Bagliani's today, and I got some of their macaroni salad, which was outstanding, and Holly got some rolls, and we got some ham. She got some cheese,
Salami.
bologna,
Salami.
salami, uh, and some sausage, and some thin steak that we made cheesesteaks for dinner from. It was really good. Not that we made, that she made. And I got some chocolate chip cookies that did make it home. And anyway, I think I'm over the hump with this cold. I'll let you know tomorrow. By the way, somebody asked, can you read that? It's not reverse, is it? It's not mirrored.
You watch Severance.
Yes, we watched Severance. Ronnie's not in here yet. Well, I'm glad you'll take me with you on the phone. Okay, so it's because I had logged out. When I logged back in, it took me a few minutes. I'm trying to use a different program too. I'm not using it tonight, but I will be using it. When you finally make it to New Jersey to see you, we will plan a field trip to Bagliani's. Well, I'll tell you, it's today when we were walking out of there, just the smell outside of something they had cooking was just enough to make you want to take a folding chair and sit in the parking lot and sniff the air all day. And the town of Hamilton, the downtown, they've really done so much with it. When I tell you 20 years ago, this place was a shithole, I'm not exaggerating. And, 20, 30 years before that, it was unbelievable too. Hamilton is a huge town associated with the blueberry market. Lots, miles and miles and acres of blueberry farms. And it's the downtown section of it has got kind of, I call it artsy fartsy, but they've got like coffee shops and they've got like a toy store. Where can you find a toy store anymore? You can find toy departments and department stores, but a toy store? And I keep wanting to go in there, but they don't open till 10. And we're in and out of there earlier than that. But Bagliani's is small. It's I mean the actual retail portion of it. It's dated on the inside. The outside's beautiful, but it's dated.
The floor slopes.
The floor slopes. But when you get back to the deli is the draw of this place. And it's a small counter, but you look back there and there's probably 10 to 15 people working, and their meats are just out of this world. But yes, we had a coupon if we used it by today that was 10% off. Hello, Cherie. Archer says hello to everyone. I'm in hopes that 24 hours will make a big difference here with this cold. This is going to sound silly, but I can tell I'm already doing better by the way the roof of my mouth feels.
Archer.
Carl Osterlund, you have um, commented over the years, but I think this is the first time you've actually been live here. Cherie, you can ask your personal question, but don't feel obligated to answer. Now, when you start a question like that, it's probably best that you don't ask it, but go ahead. And so I don't see Ronnie in here, but we did watch the next episode of Severance. Holly.
Sorry.
Carl, I apologize. You're visiting from Sweden. Everybody say hi to Carl. And you had to hear Holly over there exploding like a volcano.
That's nice.
It was windy last night. And today we did actually see a couple trees down. Not a whole lot, though. But one went down right in the middle of a road sign. There's some business advertising, and this tree cut right down the middle of the sign. There's Ronnie. Ronnie, did you watch Severance? See, Carl, everyone's saying hi to you. Carl says it's my first live indeed. You were kind enough to send me a t-shirt and some DVDs. You play one of the few characters in found footage members that really isn't unlikable. So when you say really isn't unlikable, that can mean like sort of is. You mentioned something about your. Well, no, because now how does your husband, Cherie, monitor his blood sugar? Because I'll tell you, I'm stripping down here. And most insurance plans cover this. I have a Dexcom. This is a D7. They also make a freestyle one. And this, you take a thing, you put it on, and it shoots it into your arm. Just a tiny filament, doesn't hurt. And then the only thing that's tough about is when you have to take it off and change it. I'm only kidding, Carl. You're fine. I understood what you meant. Does he have one of these, like a meter that he uses with his phone? Because what I do is I'm not actually insulin dependent. I take a once a week injectable called Trulicity, and I take a daily shot, which it's very low dosage. But what I do is I just monitor it real closely, and I've actually been lowering my dosage. So for the past like 3 nights, it hasn't been crashing because I've lowered my dosage about 10%. And I'm not a medical professional, but it's easy for me to do that when this thing is monitoring my blood sugar 100% of the time. And if your husband's blood sugar is crashing during the night, I think that's what they call um, a liver dump, they call it. So my mother, who was insulin dependent diabetic, what we used to do with her is right before going to bed, she would eat one of those pudding cups. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a medical professional and not suggesting this, but it helps if before you go to, don't eat a lot, because if you eat a lot before, it's going to make sugar go up and then drop. But just and don't eat sugar-free pudding, or like one of the other things she used to eat were those peanut butter crackers. You know, those type, they're like cheese crackers with, or regular like Ritz crackers with peanut butter in the middle. Just a few right before going to bed. And
Peanut butter helps regulate your blood sugar.
but also if he's got glucose tabs, that's good. But if his sugar goes like real low, um, I found like with my mother in particular, there was that glucose gel. They would sell it in any pharmacy, and it's something you can, you know, it's like a gel, and you put it right under the tongue, and that raises the sugar quick. I kind of get excited when it goes off because it means I'm justified to go out and eat bullshit.
Archer.
But it is something that you're best to ask his physician, because that's what I did was I was taking 22 units once a day before bed, and it's now I'm taking 18. And it has, not only has it stopped going up and down, it's more or less steadied out, and it's been in range 90% of the time. So let me see what my buddy. Carl, your English is phenomenal. So what time is it in Sweden right now? Guess it's about 12:30. Could be wrong. Hey Google, what time is it in Sweden?
The time in Sweden is 1:27 a.m. on Saturday.
It's 1:30. So what are you doing up so late? My cold is doing a little better, Ronnie. I think it will be I think tomorrow it will be a lot better. And tomorrow I will read Dickens and the Whore. Probably go online 7 o'clock tomorrow. Do I have a favorite found footage horror movie? Um, do you see an endocrinologist, Cherie? And as far as my favorite found footage film that isn't Bad Ben, I really liked Leaving DC. It was on Amazon, and I believe it's available on POV or POV horror. However, I'm not sure if that's available in Sweden. Well, if he's not eating, obviously that's why his blood sugar is going low.
Come on, let's go.
Where are you going?
I'm taking them to the driving bus.
Why you gotta be so mean to your children?
Come on. I just have a headache. I'm not feeling super foxy at the moment. So I'll just take them.
I never met that guy, Scotch. I never talked to him, never emailed him or anything. But when Bad Ben was in its first, I think it was done like 2012, I want to say. Um, but when Bad Ben first came out, people like the fans, I got sneeze, were telling me about leaving DC, and we went and watched it, and I thought it was really good.
Bless you.
Usually that's followed by about four more. So Carl was out on the town with some friends, I guess, and he just got home and he tuned in to me live. Thank you, Carl. He did another little movie called The Caregiver. I'll have to see if I can find it. Here I go. Well, it sounds, Cherie, for one thing, they need to adjust his meds because if he's taking whatever he takes to control his diabetes at the same level, good night, Carl. At the same level he was taking when he was 60 pounds heavier, that's going to have an effect on making the sugar go low. So they'll have to adjust his levels. But I mean, don't go by what a found footage filmmaker says here on a live broadcast. Talk to those. Now, there's also something that I don't know if he would be. I don't know if this is something that's available for. I don't know if he's type 2 or type 1, but you may want to see about the possibility or ask them if he would be a candidate for an insulin pump. That way, that monitors your sugar and administers insulin as needed all day, round the clock. And they're not super invasive. A friend of mine, his son, when he was 21 years old, kid's in unbelievable physical shape, discovered he was diabetic and he's actually on an insulin pump. And it just relieves so much of the nightmare associated with monitoring it, having to take shots. Well, I think those insulin pumps are made for type 1 diabetics. My buddy Harry is writing me right now that he's
By the way, if any of your people care?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to finish what you were doing.
Go ahead.
Sleep Token have a new song coming out.
Sleep Token has a new song coming out. She's excited because she might get to see, what's his name?
Vessel.
Vessel's Vessel. I just got Ronnie. How much more of
Paradise.
Paradise did you get done watching? Harry's texting me now too that he's watching it.
Severance or Paradise?
Paradise. We have to remember to check out this Caregiver. Was done by the same guy that did Leaving DC. What did you watch that on, Squatch?
Tell them about the incident with Archer last night.
What?
He sat on my face.
Oh, Archer sat on Holly's face and she tipped him.
Oh,
She gave him $5. Archer has this habit now. They are very rarely in the car by themselves because typically we go somewheres. Holly stays in the car with them and I go pick up whatever we're picking up. Well, about to sneeze again. When we go to Bag of Days, however, we both go in. And he has this habit where he'll immediately hop in the front seat. And if we have any food in the door pockets, we come out and we'll find the wrapper torn to shreds and the food's gone. And he's acting like he knows nothing about it. And like last time, the dog biscuit box is in the door. He got into that. So today I took we always take a cooler with us when we go out, put a couple of those gel ice packs in it. So in case we pick something up, we don't have to rush home. So today I put the dog biscuits in there while we were inside.
he bought more of those little potatoes.
Oh yeah, I got those little potatoes for her to do that magic again. One singular sensation, every little step she takes. Do 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 do.
That's the first non-wicked song you've sang in a long time.
It's in part 2. Unlimited.
You still got that sexy voice.
That sexy, gruff, cold voice. Nasally, cold voice.
I got the email today about the new Sleep Token song and I was quite happy.
Did you sing?
No.
Is that heavy metal?
Some of it.
Yeah, I will not allow that in this house.
What, heavy metal?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm only kidding.
It's classified as progressive.
Well, the guys obviously, they obviously put on quite a show.
He's got a great voice and he's a great songwriter. Have you heard the new Gaga song?
No, don't play it.
I'm not. I was just asking.
Is it good?
I like it, but the last couple songs I played for you, you didn't
Well,
like.
that one she did with Bruno Mars, I thought sucked butt.
I like that song. You also didn't like the other song that he did with the girl from Blackpink, Rose.
Blackpink.
That's the name of a Korean band.
Oh, I thought it was Pink, and she
No.
went politically incorrect and was putting on face paint.
Blackpink is a Korean
Now, what were you telling me about her flying around with somebody?
Pink at her shows during one of her during several of her songs, she is strapped onto these wires and she goes flying through the arena.
Right.
And she had this guy, Sal, from Impractical Jokers. I don't like Impractical Jokers, but I think
What
he's
is
funny.
that?
It's a stupid like prank show that used to be on like I don't even know what channel, but they were popular for a while. He's a comedian. I watched his special on YouTube and thought he was very funny. But anyway, he's the one who did that bit about the rhythm is gonna get you. Remember that joke?
No.
You did because you saw the video and you sent it to me. Anyway, he kind of looks like Zelensky.
Right.
And so they strapped him up and flew him across the arena, and there was people who thought it was Zelensky because they didn't say who it was because he kind of resembles him. That's all. Describing it takes the funny away from the actual video.
I'm laughing inside.
Yeah, I can.
Don't be mean to me.
I'm not mean to
I have a cold.
you, which you might have passed on to me, but you don't see me complaining about it.
Well, that's because you're always miserable. Because you hate me. The truth is, Holly hates me. She feels sorry for me now because I'm 60. Right, huh?
You're not 60 yet.
I hope I get to see 60. Unlimited. Listen to my grammar. Harry writes, I'm watching Paradise, episode 4. And I said, wasn't the twist at the end of episode great or what? That's like an abuse of grammar. It should have been, was the twist at the end of episode 1 great or what? Adam loves Blackpink. Now I'll have to look up their music. Do they sing in English?
Half in English, half in Korean.
Oh, I can't listen to a foreign language song.
That's a thing with K-pop. That's a very big thing.
In the same song, do they switch it up, or do they
Yes.
do 2 versions?
No, they do like some words in English, some words in Korean.
Like they'll sing, and if you care to find me, look to the western sky. Like that.
They don't say the same line in both languages.
And if you care to find me, dying chaka king ha. Like that?
Yes.
See, I'm pretty good. Well, folks, I guess I'm going to hop off here tonight, but I will see you tomorrow. See you, love you, bye.